Virgo, welcome to your just-in-time intuitive tarot reading. If you're watching this, Virgo, do trust that there's a message here for you. If you are a regular calling back in for another reading, welcome back, Virgo. And if you are a newbie, welcome. My name is Bronya. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Looking forward to bringing you through this message. Now, if you do enjoy it, please do like, share, comment, but most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Keeps the readings flowing, the channel growing, and helps me connect with your energy. So on that note, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You know I love to hear and getting to know you all. All right, we've got a couple of oracles to kick us off. I have number 10, Higher Thought, and I have number 40, Strength. Well, I see a big old Ace of Swords here, which is a breakthrough. There could be an epiphany, like a truth coming through here. Maybe, you feel like you have been literally like climbing a staircase here, right? And you're having to have strength, courage, and bravery, but the sun is coming out. We have got Lionsgate on Friday, 8/8, a powerful manifestation portal, and we are backing it up with the Aquarius full moon on Sunday, the 10th. So this is the time that cosmic downloads could absolutely come in. If that just sounds a bit too trippy, well, it could be that you hear from somebody, you receive a communication or a sign or a synchronicity, if that's not going too far. All right, let's see how this all shakes out. All right. I'm using the Divine Initiation Oracle and the Ethereal Alchemist Tarot. You know I link these down below if you want to explore them. And I'll also link my website for personal readings and healings. And my socials are down there too. I'm very active on all of those. Okay, we have got number 24, Filling the Void. Okay, look, this feels like a little bit of the vacuum, the liminal space in between, and I can't help but notice the kind of black hole, but then we have this beautiful sun energy coming through. So maybe we have a bit of an eclipse energy coming in, the light eclipsing the darkness, maybe a solution coming in from higher thought here. It might be that something is moving again after a time where we thought nothing's happening, nothing's ever going to happen. Yeah, you could have been in that void space. That's all part of the process. I often find that we are here right before something really big happens or it really moves. It's like a divine test. All right, let's keep going, seeing what we can learn. So, Virgo, 8 of Pentacles. Look, a bit. This is something that you're already invested in. This could be work career with this, or carving out your path in some way, or your financial position, business or study, something like that. And maybe there's been a period where things haven't been growing or moving, and you've sort of been reevaluating here in some way. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Yeah, we talked about like you've been crossing the desert, and like I reread The Alchemist recently, Virgo. I don't know if I've told you about it, but every time I see this particular card, it reminds me of it, because the whole thing is that the boy is on the quest to find the treasure at the pyramids, right? But he has to go on this great big mission to cross the desert. And the desert, I feel, is the void. And in the void, there was a lot of lessons delivered, tests of courage and strength and resilience and higher thought. But eventually, because he persevered, he arrived at the pyramids. So I get the feeling that you're getting close to what you're trying to manifest here. The Knight of Wands can also be a messenger of opportunity as well. Yeah, the moon. That there is Cancer Pisces energy. And as I mentioned, we have the full moon in Aquarius on Sunday. So it could be something coming through then. The moon, again, it's like it is the eclipse energy where we start to move out of the darkness as a metaphor for being able to see the way, the path moving, and it could be something that comes from that Knight of Wands, like that conversation, that communication. The moon can be our deeper intuition. Sometimes it can be worries, fears, and anxieties as well. But look at that, is what that big orb of light was. It was a big old illuminated Ace of Pentacles. Aces, as you may know, are new beginnings. And I also saw the Ace of Swords here too. And the Ace of Pentacles is the solid, tangible new beginning. It's the signing the contract, it's entering into the commitment, it's finding your way. This is the golden gift that fills the void, not in an unhealthy way, but because you've known the void, you've known the darkness, and now it's time for you to know the light. Oh, I feel excited by that. Yeah, look at that. It's time for you to know the light. The Ten of Swords has this classic, metaphor that goes with it, that the dawn is the brightest after the darkest night. It's a bit of a dark night of the soul energy. So you could have been feeling quite lost in this for a while. But what I love about this particular Ten of Swords is it shows the Ace of Swords within the card. And what it's actually saying is, even though you thought that you were in the void or going through a dark night of the soul or some kind of breakdown, that this was actually the gateway to your biggest breakthrough. This was all happening for a reason, but we don't know until hindsight. So the Ten of Swords could have been a tower moment. There could have been loss of a job, or like missing out on an opportunity, feeling like no change is ever going to happen. But then we have learning otherwise in this reading. Wow, Judgment. Okay, I think we've got what we need here. And the King of Wands, Virgo, at the bottom of the deck, which is a nod to Leo energy. The nod to the strength and courage to follow the pursuit of the heart. Now, Judgment is the second to last of the major arcana. And this kind of feels like the Tower moment. It's a reckoning. It's a divine wake up, shake up. It's the point that we exit the darkness. But it can feel... It's almost like coming out of the womb too early or something like that. There is a comfort in the void. That's the message that I'm getting. So has it come to a point that it's almost like become the blanket? Well, if we really truly believe that nothing's good going to happen, or that we can't get to where we want to go, then we get to sit in that story, and maybe it stops us from having to try anymore. But the Spirit is like saying, it's like someone coming into your bedroom at like 5 a.m, blowing a whistle and getting you up for boot camp, right? Pulling off the blankets. That's what I've got here as a feeling. It's like, nope, come on Virgo, let's go. Judgment is here. So something's going to shift here, and it could be through a message or a communication that you just can't ignore. Or it could be that there is an opportunity put on the table that really challenges you out of your comfort zone. And it's going to challenge your higher thought around whether or not you thought this was possible. It absolutely is possible, but it's going to demand something of you as well. After Judgment, we go into the world, and that's where an expansive new cycle opens up, a long one, 10 years, 20 years. But it's also a spiritual graduation energy. So there's something very karmic or life lessony about this. You had to have this experience. You had to be in the void, because when we're in the void, we really know when the light appears. But this is going to feel somewhat like a band-aid moment for you. That's what I'm getting. But it'll be like an opportunity that you just can't ignore, a doorway that you just can't step through. And that's where the strength, the bravery, the King of Wands energy is going to be required. So we've got a little bit of a reckoning here that leads you to the Ace of Pentacles. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to leave it here, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this reading. To follow up with a personal reading or healing, do follow the first link down below. It'll pop you over to my website. You can also find me on the socials, Instagram and TikTok, for different daily content. I'm sending you so much love and magic. Do take care, Virgo. Bye for now.